Hello friends! I decided to start this video tritely, as unfortunately this isn't just another story with an important moral, but rather a fact that can be seen every day around the world. This video is definitely worth watching till the very end. It's no secret that plastic is an extremely dangerous material that poses a threat not only to humans, but also to the earth as a whole. However, reasonable people are capable of realizing the risk they're taking by abusing this material, unlike children and animals who simply cannot comprehend the dangers it poses. At best, the animal will suffer from having its paw stuck in a container. If the animal is fortunate, it will eventually chew the container off or find another way to get rid of it. But if not, the animal could die. Pictures taken by this young 26-year-old man, tritely, have recently spread all over the world. He's not a professional photographer, but he happened to be in the right place at the right time. Tritely and his friends stumbled upon a lake area in Nagpur, India. Tritely was enjoying nature together with his friends, taking pictures of birds and trees. As he pointed his camera to one of the sections of the forest, he couldn't believe his eyes at first. He saw something very strange. Tritely knew that predators and wild animals lived in this area, so he was prepared for the possibility of coming across one. But what he saw there left him speechless. There was what seemed like a living skeleton of an adult wolf. The animal was so emaciated that every single one of his bones was visible through the skin, while his fur had fallen out in patches. The wolf looked miserable. His appearance seemed to be begging for mercy. The poor animal had a plastic container on its head. The wolf was probably trying to get the remains of food left behind by people, and thus put his head into the plastic container, but then couldn't get it back out. What they saw made the friends spring into action. Understanding how dangerous it would be to deal with the predator on their own, the friends decided not to take the risk, but they immediately called the rescue team. Tritely knew that they didn't have much time since the pack could leave this part of the forest at any moment. But what happened next came as a real surprise. The pack of about 8 wolves didn't seem to be about to leave. Instead, the wolves stayed nearby, watching people. It lasted for 10 minutes. The wolves looked at people while people looked at the wolves. As Tritely said later, it was an incredible feeling. It seemed that we were studying them while they were studying us. And when the pack realized that these people weren't trying to hurt them, several wolves stepped aside and the poor animal with the container on his head stepped forward. The emaciated animal felt unsure, but he still began to slowly approach the people, while the rest of the pack stood aside watching their relative. By the time the rescue team arrived, the wolf already felt calm around people, as if realizing that they were his last hope for salvation. The rescue team that had arrived at the scene tied the paws of the weakened animal, and sometime later, they managed to take the container off. But that wasn't all. From the stress and lack of oxygen, the body temperature of the animal got elevated, and they were about to pour water on the wolf, so he would come to his senses at least a little bit. At this time, he lay quietly and looked at the people with a look that read gratitude and appreciation. Half an hour later, the rescued predator regained some of his strength, jumped up, and took off, disappearing with his pack before anyone could even take his picture as a keepsake. Although he did reappear behind the trees once, as if to say thanks to his rescuers. The friends were very happy that their photo shoot helped save an animal from imminent death. If it weren't for them, there would have been one more victim of plastic. Protect nature and wild animals. Greenpeace keeps repeating. Protect nature and wild animals. Tritely says too. Protect nature, the earth calls, because it is our home. Well, that's all for today. Like the video if you enjoyed watching it, and don't forget to share it with your friends. See you later.